Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Dr. Renee, and today I have some pre-recorded stuff for you, but it's really great information. So I sat down with my friend Carol Lucarelli, who works for OMRON. OMRON makes a whole lot of blood pressure monitors, and we talked about lots of different things. But in this video, we talked about their latest innovation. So they have a watch called Heart Guide that literally takes your blood pressure. And then they have the complete, and the complete actually sits there and gives you an EKG reading right on your phone from wherever you are. So can you imagine that? So in case you didn't know, taking your blood pressure, knowing your blood pressure is way, way, way important. And so that is why I'm bringing this lovely information to my favorite people, my lifers. Live life you deserve. Stay tuned.
It's so much easier for us, for consumers like me, to know exactly what's going on in our systems. Can you tell us some of the new fabulous innovations you guys have
Well,
besides
let
our
me,
fabulous watches here?
yeah, well, let me start with our 5 series. So we've got I already said there's 116 million US adults, right? Half of the adult population in the US has hypertension. And we really make a blood pressure monitor that will fit any lifestyle, any budget. Some are
Size people also, because you guys, I have bigger arms. I can't lie. You can see them. And I had to go and get a larger cuff.
So we try to cover everyone. So let me highlight right now the OMRON 5 series blood pressure monitor. It's a great monitor because it is I'll refer to it as the opening price point. It's our lowest price monitor that is still connected. And so all of the benefits of the app, Dr. Renee, that you just called out, you can use the 5 series on up, as they get fancier and you can have a couple of people using it and all that sort of thing. The 5 series is great. It is so easy to use. You literally put the cuff on your arm, press one button. It takes your blood pressure reading. If you use the app, which is, again, really helpful, like you just described, for physicians who want to see that trend over time, it is the easiest way because who's leaving home without their phone, right? No one. So it is so easy to share that information with your doctor. And so if your doctor's got you on medication, as an example, and you're taking the meds and you're realizing like things aren't changing much, you can share that information with your doctor through the app. And actually, we've heard from doctors that say, I changed my patient's medication because it was not having the desired effect. Maybe it was too much, or it was too little, or it wasn't the right medication at all. They can make those changes just by looking at that information with this connected blood pressure monitor. Now, there is something that I do want to talk about. And I touched on it a little bit earlier. We know through the pandemic, not all communities had equal access to care. And that was, that's for COVID, but it shined a big spotlight on the communities that don't have easy access to great health care, right? So it is really important for us as part of our mission to make sure that we are working to address healthcare disparities. And so that means for us that we want the technology available to everybody. We want to make sure that if you don't have the funds to get to the doctor's office, if you've got issues with mobility, if you've got to travel farther, all of that, having a blood pressure monitor at home, like the 5 series from OMRON, we're trying to make it easier for consumers, who might have some of those challenges, to still have access to healthcare. You can have a televisit with your doctor. You can stay in touch with your own numbers, and that is so important, as we've both been saying to your audience today, that to kind of close that gap on the health disparities, making sure that everybody's got access to their numbers, because like you've already said, your blood pressure impacts so many different things. And like you said, you can't live without a heart or a brain. So, very, very important. So, you can gain access to the 5 series Like you said, we're available at the likes of Walgreens and CVS stores nationwide. You can go on Amazon, but you can also come to omronhealthcare.com, and we've got a where to buy page on our site. So you can see, like if your local store is out of stock, you can find other stores in the vicinity that might have our products available.
Can you tell us that website one more time?
Sure. It's OMRON, OMRON, healthcare, all one word, .com.
So you can go there as well, and it'll tell you exactly where you can pick up these fabulous blood pressure monitors. So I'm really interested in you telling me more about this Complete.
Oh, yes.
So, you guys,
so this is another one.
But it gives a lot of information. So that's why it looks like this. So please tell us about it.
Well, the cool thing, you and I were talking a little bit before we started this show live. There's a little ledge on that blood pressure monitor to hold your phone. So here's the cool thing about Complete. In addition to taking your blood pressure with a cuff that you put on your upper arm like you do in the doctor's office, at the exact same time, you can do an EKG. Now, people are like, no way, EKG, I've got to make a special appointment at the doctor's office, or sometimes they have me go to the hospital because that's where they're doing it. This is a single lead EKG. We've partnered with AliveCor, and they were the first ones to have at-home EKG cleared through the FDA. So we're using their technology along with our best blood pressure monitor technology in one device. It's the first one to combine those two really important inputs into a single device. And a lot of people say, why do I need an EKG? Well, first off, it's identifying an irregular heartbeat, right? Like AFib or, different issues there. And what's important about AFib, as an example, the CDC tells us we've got 6 million people in the US that have been diagnosed with AFib. Well, AFib's an irregular heartbeat. So you know what happens? Your doctor says, I want you to come in. I want you to go make this appointment at the hospital. And ultimately, because it's an irregular heartbeat, it may not show up because maybe that's not when it's happening in your body. So the cool thing about having that capability at home is that not only can you do the EKG to say, aha, I found it, there it is. See, doc, it's right here. But your doctor can look at that in combination with the blood pressure reading that you've taken at the same time to uncover even more information, to make sure that you are on the right treatment plan, and that's really important for things like AFib, because you've got a higher risk of stroke.
Yes.
And that's, you just don't want to see that happen, right? You don't want to see anybody suffer a stroke or try to deal with the aftermath of it. So really important. So the cool thing is that your smart device, so your mobile phone or a tablet, you can rest it on that ledge. Yeah, and you touch those little metal plates there to take the EKG, and the microphone on your phone is going to record that. And it shows up as the little reading that you would be able to read, and I don't know anything about. So I'll stop there.
You can see the QRST waves to my doctor friends.
You got it. Yes.